I've been putting off polishing my own car's battered old paintwork for a while now, but a welcome shout from my motor world offering to equip me with some complimentary compounds served as the perfect kick up the jacksie I needed to finally get out there on the first official day of spring no less, for a bit of a test session to try and gauge what could potentially be achieved with the right combination of pad, polish and of course persistence. So despite some unforecast rain first thing, there was still enough sun on the way to be able to commit to at least a multi-stage machine polish of my Fiat's battered old boot lid, with the car god's Sectus compounds my motor world had kindly supplied, along with the code CLEANGURU5 for savings on qualifying purchases, and being heavily stained and mottled from what I reckon was a load of organic contamination that had imprinted itself in the lacquer long before I got the car. They had a tough job ahead of them, but my thinking was that if they're up to restoring the worst part of the car, should be fine for breathing an adequate amount of life back into the rest of it as and when the time comes. But either way, whatever I got done here should still give me a good idea of exactly what I'm in for with tatty old solid black paintwork.
Looks perfect there. Far from it.
While I opted for a Car God's bottle carrier bundle from my motor world, as I thought it'd be handy for carting 6 litres worth of heavy product around, looking back I probably should have requested their complete compound kit instead, as that comes with one of each of the colour coded pads specifically designed for use with the compounds, but I still had enough freshly washed items of my own as well as some unused general purpose towels which I figured when combined with my old school flex, which I still to this day can't seem to kill, should allow me to hopefully eliminate or at least greatly reduce the unsightly staining on the boot, as well as assess how the black paintwork will respond to a fairly heavy multi-stage machine polish out in the open. Before committing to machining anything, you first need to ensure things are as clean and contaminant free as they realistically can be, which for this 27-year-old coupe included a thorough scrub with a microfibre mitt and some wax-free shampoo, as well as a heavy-handed going over with a suds primed and sufficiently lubed clay towel. And you should only really go to town in a mechanical decontamination fashion like this if you're also going to commit to polishing afterwards, as it'll almost certainly leave unsightly imperfections of its own behind, which is why you don't often see me clay barring or clay toweling on camera. But either way, once I felt the boot panel was sufficiently smooth and stripped back, rinsed it and the rest of the car off with a hose pipe as it had been thoroughly pressure washed a few days earlier, prior to drying it off with a dedicated towel, as while most compounds tend to be water based, you still don't want trickles of potentially contaminated rinse water subsequently jeopardising things. When it comes to polishing paintwork, starting with the least abrasive approach is advisable, as defects might not warrant full aggression. But because this panel was so deeply ingrained, plus the fact I was specifically doing this to test each of the 3 compounds and assess which one or even ones might be the most appropriate for the rest of the car, went in pretty much all guns blazing with the 3K sector stuff from the get-go here. First dabbing 4 or 5 pea-sized blobs over a section of the besmirched boot lid before spreading it at low speed to even things out and prevent sling, then finally working it in with a fair few passes at full whack, which I don't think is quite the full whack this well-worn machine used to be able to muster, but with still more than enough forced oscillations to cut back relatively thin lacquer. And while there was a bit of light dusting to be observed, to be fair to the product, I was putting it to use on a black car in the direct sun, and so would expect that with any kind of dedicated polished product. But it didn't necessitate a feather duster nor impede the product's removal afterwards, as it buffed off in relatively straightforward fashion for a compound that had been worked over in far from controlled conditions. I could still see a few patches of oxidation following the first hit, so thought I'd try a microfibre pad instead, which, being a single stage charlatan, I generally don't use, but somewhat surprisingly it didn't seem to make any difference whatsoever, so After an initial hit with it, decided to revert back to a foam pad, this time a Hex Logic one, as I suspected the previous dusting may have been down to the first pad being choked up with residual product from prior use, for one last intensive hit with the 3K compound, which I figured would be a tad less intrusive than sticking with the microfibre item. And thankfully, with a few more passes than I'd ideally like to have made, did ultimately manage to knock back the multi-layered mottling, which was the main aim of the game. But that obviously then unlocked the secondary quest of removing the marks that achieving that had left, with the next product in the silicon-free trio. So with the early spring sun moving faster than I would have liked, step down or up depending on how you look at it to the Sector 6K medium cut compound, which is specifically designed to remove the light scratches and holograms that commonly plague solid black paintwork, paired with a slightly less dense foam polishing pad which I hope wouldn't leave too many of its own. And although I've kind of fallen out of love with polishing, steadily enhancing this previously neglected surface did give me a bit of a reminder of the satisfaction of rocking smooth, deeply reflective and defect-free paintwork. So maybe I should give some consideration to a hardware upgrade and a new system that could effectively serve me for the single stage services at tout, as I know this machine is technically no longer it. But either way, once I'd spent maybe 10 or 15 minutes with the medium cut compound, use the potent panel spray which comes in the bundle alongside a separate fresh towel to ensure that none of the product's lubricating agents were serving to mask things, before inspecting the finish and deciding to either repeat the process or move on. As with most final finishing products, the Cargod's 12K stuff is formulated for enhancing gloss and clarity more so than eliminating imperfections, although it is capable of gently knocking back fine scratches and light trails in standalone fashion if needs be. And while it's not always necessary, it made sense to put it to use here, as every little helps when it comes to old unforgiving black paintwork. So went ahead and reworked the previously battered boot lid, this time with a soft black pad which helps reduce the likelihood of any ghosting being left behind, as I can tell you from experience that chasing your tail at this point can be incredibly frustrating. And while a light compound like this shouldn't need high speed or heavy pressure, the diminishing abrasives in this one will require a certain amount of time to be fully broken down before being buffed off, so keep that in mind and ensure you work the product until it's mostly clear on the surface before downing tools. Now, I did also compound, polish and finish the rear facing section of the boot, as while it wasn't mottled like the top section was, much like the rest of the car, fairly heavily scratched and swirled, so made sense to effectively colour that in with the complementary compounds too. And although I didn't have the luxury of the direct sunlight I was working with earlier, basically just went through the same motions as before, knowing that the quirky back end would look considerably better for a fairly exhaustive rejuvenation. And while I can't realistically include every minute of footage I captured as it had run on for hours, hopefully stitched enough of it together here to give you a good idea of the process at hand, which did take a little longer than I'd planned, but such is the nature of machine polishing previously uncared for black paintwork. Although the main focus was the boot lid here, before finishing up with a spritz of protection to superficially seal things, I did take advantage of the fact the last bit of sun was catching the near side rear quarter panel by treating it to an impromptu twin stage polish with the medium cut and final finish compounds to see if I could potentially do away with the heavier stuff used earlier, as outside of some moderate swirl marks and previously inflicted rotary buffer trails, which always look worse than they actually are. The sides of the car weren't quite as unsightly as the boot lid, and although I hadn't properly prepped it, aside from a few deep scratches here and there, this did, with a fair few passes of each product, seem to breathe an adequate amount of defect-free life back into the Pininfarina pressed panel, which was good to know, as outside of this targeted test video, it's unrealistic to think I'm going to be able to polish every square inch of the car 3 times in a row outside in a single day. If and when I did decide to polish the entire car, I'd probably want to protect it with a hard coating to provide some scratch and swirl resistance. But for the sake of wrapping this video up, and because the selected bottle carrier bundle comes complete with a ceramic infused spray wax, I thought it'd be rude not to give that a go, so sprayed some of the super sweet smelling hybrid formulation onto the freshly polished surface. Spread it over with a brand new towel so as not to introduce any new marks, then folded or flipped and buffed it off to a super glossy high shine, which was a pretty effortless affair despite the once, twice and thrice over I gave it here, not because of any stubborn residue but simply for the novelty of feeling genuine slickness on a panel that just a few hours before looked, smelt and felt like a builder's backside. While this foolproof feeling product won't provide any real scratch resistance, it was perfect for quickly sealing in the eye-catching shine here, which will hopefully serve as a daily, weekly and maybe even monthly reminder to crack on with the rest of the car, as there's really no bigger detailing related flex than cruising around in a solid black mirror, especially one that's getting on for 30 years old. And while I was at it, I gave the glass a quick going over too, as the dedicated protection I'd applied to that 8 months prior had likely gone. But it seemed to work in as smear-free fashion as when used on the paintwork, so we'll definitely be keeping this litre bottle of liquid slickness to hand for future use. So although there's definitely a tad more test polishing required before committing to working the rest of the car over, there was no denying the battered old boot lid now looked decidedly better than it did before. No, it wasn't perfect, and a new machine or at least a new backing plate and some similarly branded pads to pair with the supplied compounds would likely help to improve things further. But I now at least had a decent idea of the kind of thing I was in for should I decide to follow through with full corrective duties. Before I leave you in the lurch until next time, it's worth mentioning that I don't consider myself to be a machine polishing or paint correction specialist. I've always just been happy to breathe what life I can back into a car's paintwork in affordable single session style. So there's no need for the multi-machine equipped unit based guys and girls to get the knickers in a twist over my dent filled driveway shenanigans. Of which, by the way, there wouldn't be any if it wasn't for my Motorworld reaching out, so do check them out via the links below, armed with the code CLEANGURU5 to see what savings you could potentially make. And finally, let me know your take on working with aging solid black paintwork. Would you painstakingly still be chasing perfection with it, or would a more sympathetic single stage jobby be enough to help it stand out from the swirly crowd?